Good morning. It's November 28th, 2015, and for sale I have a Jeep Cherokee Country, 1996. I believe this is the emerald green color. It's got a little, looks like clear coat, fade, some scratches and stuff here. Tiny bit of surface rust, a little more clear coat, fade, which is known to happen. It has a chromed out grille, bumper. The Countries, in case anybody was wondering, they ended up coming, replacing the limited model. So Country is a limited, and then they went back to the limited. They kind of flip-flopped a few years. Some 235/70 R15s, got good tread on there. These are the stock wheels, clear coat peel, typical. Countries all came with the cladding at the bottom, two-tone, so it's emerald green on the silver, or the charcoal lowers. Same Discovery Cooper tires, 235s, good tread. Clear coat peel, some scratches, and all that good stuff. Here's the back. Here's a wiper blade. Here's some rust that happened up top. This looks like, it's not even, I don't know what this is. Looks like at some point maybe somebody tried to fix it and repaint it. But it has a little bit of rust there. From what I know, it does not leak in the back here. It's always dry. But just for good measure, I wanted everyone to see that. Yeah. Like I said, it looks like somebody tried to repair it a long time ago. Back bumper, tail lights, and here's the driver's side. So there's a tiny bit of damage on the fender here. And here's my guess, and I'll tell you what I believe the reason there's this damage here. These XJs until 96, I believe. I don't know if 97 remedied it, but they had an issue. It just catch it a little bit over there. But the issues in here from Chrysler, that I'm gonna point here with the key. This area here always broke off on the XJs, and it looks like somebody welded this a long time ago. You could actually see the remnants of some welding that happened there. And I don't think they did a great job fixing it because, as you can see, it's off. It's off a little bit. My suggestion, someone needs to break the weld, re-weld it, push the door back in the right spot. This mirror stays in its place, but on highway driving it gets loose and kind of moves around a little, but glass is all there. Same good tires up front. Let me show you the inside. Try to keep the video kind of short. Good thing, let me get out of here. The good thing about these are they came power everything, the limited. I'll give you this here. Whoop. There you go. The limiteds came power everything. 96. They had the airbag, driver's side airbag. Nice thing about the limited as well, it has the overhead console. So sunglasses here you can put there. This could be anything you want. Most people put a garage door opener up there, and then I'll start the Jeep up. But here, turn off the heat. This is a cold start. Haven't started in about 2 weeks. As you can see, idle's really good. Anyways, see, you have compass and temperature. All the power windows and locks work. Transmission works great. You got the strong, forget the code for this transmission, but the NP242 is the one that has the full-time all-wheel drive. 4x4, I should say. This one has the part-time, but A lot of people like this transmission better. They say it's stronger. And it runs through the gears no problem. 4x4 works, heat works. AC does not work. All the components are there. Probably needs a charge. So has the original radio. Here's the seat. It's a little dirty. I'm sure this could all be cleaned up. E-brake, little way right there. You have power mirrors. One other thing, let me unlock it. One other thing the Jeep is missing is the bottom of the back seats. No back seat bottom, and no jack or lug wrench missing. And I didn't want to just put any seat because the Country comes with this tweed, but my guess is somebody might just want to switch the whole thing out. It's the back. Obviously you end up with this, like every Cherokee has. The check engine light recently came on. The car runs great. I did a diagnostics test on it. It came up code 21, which is an oxygen sensor. I'm not going to replace it, so whoever wants to replace it, you know, to get that to pass emissions. But full disclosure, that's what it is. Pop the hood for you. Newer interstate battery. Sounds like the belt's making a tiny bit of noise, but other than that, no ticking. Very nice and quiet. Straight 6.4.0. And as everybody knows, these engines run a long time if taken care of properly. Close this. Aces are 134A. Like I said, all the components for the air conditioner are there. It just needs a charge, like once again many Jeeps do. Let's go look underneath here. Good luck, you know. Typical surface rust and all that good stuff. I'm sure it's gonna need some bushings, basic stuff, cheap stuff like that. It's gonna need shocks for sure. Bounces around a little bit here, pushing down on it. Let me get underneath the Jeep. Everyone's always curious about what it looks like under here. And I want that full disclosure to the cat. Cat's good. You know, you have your, hopefully you can see this. Yes, you have a little bit of rust there. Floorboards a little bit. Better than some of the Jeeps I've had. Make sure. Trying to get a good view. Like I said, it's gonna need shocks, stuff like that. You can see, but still got some floor there. You got a little bit of missing right there. Now the saving grace of this Jeep is definitely the mileage. That little leaky rear diff over there. Needs shocks, like I said. I don't know if I mentioned that. Definitely needs shocks all the way around. That would be the best bet. This thing runs great though, strong. Like most 4.0 straight 6s do. It has 125, let me see. Yeah, 125,378 miles on it. Clear title. No. So, no problems with that. Here's this rocker. The other side's good. I'll go back over there. This rocker needs to be replaced. Here. Go again. I'll zoom in on that. Go there. Drive shaft. My suggestion, you know, I would say it needs exhaust hanger in the rear. I think the other one rusted off and fell off, so it might have to be rigged up there. You know, New England, this is it. Unfortunately, these Jeeps weren't undercoated like the ZJs or these XJs. They'll rust out before the engine dies. Do a little rev here. A lot of torque. It moves the Jeep around. This really sounds good. Like I said, importantly enough, the engine transmission are flawless. They run great. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully the video helped out. I'm really reasonable on the price of the Jeep. You know, I'm sitting at a reasonable starting bid just because of the rust and rot on it, and needs things. You know, it's definitely a project Jeep. You can drive it as is. My suggestion would be just go through it. This would be an XJ that'll last a long time. You get the nice country model, like I said, right off the bat. What I know it would need, I would say bushings, shocks. It may need a floor pan. I mean, it has solid floors here. My other Jeep, you can see right through the floor. This one seems to be better than that. It just needs a nice little tune-up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And what I'm gonna include, I'm gonna include the 4 shocks. I'm gonna include spark plugs, 6 spark plugs, wires, distributor cap, 2 front rotors, 2 brake front brake pads, a set for the front, air filter. Maybe I'm missing a few things. Air filter, wires, plugs. Yeah. So it's I'm gonna throw all those new parts in. I don't have any bushings, but those are cheap. You can get those online. But I'm gonna throw all that in so someone can go, and do that. Like I said, I want to put it out there. Truck does have rust and rot underneath. Some bolts may be hard to get off. This is not a, it's not going to be an easy zip, 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 and you just unbolt everything and bolt the new parts on. I'm sure that some bolts are going to break, and there'll probably be some cuss words and some alcohol involved, but you know how that goes when you're getting into an XJ. If this Jeep was in pristine condition and no rust or rot on the body, I wouldn't be starting it at the price that I'm starting it at. So just please understand, you are getting into a project. You will be swearing, you will be cussing, you will be mad at me probably at some points, but the end result, I believe that this is a good, solid foundation, and anything that I see on the Jeep, in my opinion, can be fixed, and it's worth fixing because the 96 are one of the best engines. It has a great transfer case on it. Transmission and engine run great, and everything works. Horn, cruise control, heat, all the important things for the winter time. So that's the video. Hopefully this helped you, and message me with any questions you may have.